These guys left their toys out all night. Look at that. Some guy came in early and started playing with a couple of them here too. Yeah, there they go. I guess they're making a road. Like the one we're driving on, maybe? I don't know. So I got up this morning. Woke up a little early. Felt plenty rested. Went to bed a little early. There may be a relationship there. Not sure. But, had instant apple cinnamon oatmeal for breakfast. And a banana. And a banana nut muffin. And some orange juice. And I started in on a big cup of coffee that I still have with me. So I'm doing good. I was concerned about getting in the car and facing traffic a little bit because it always has an effect on my mood, you know. That may be one of the devil's tools. Put us in traffic before we get to work so we're all grumpy with each other. Let's not let him win that battle. Let's go ahead and be gentle and kind. Look at that. There's the track. Look at those guys running out there. Those are old men running on a track in almost December in Portland, Oregon. What in the world gets into people? There is great value in having a human being know his age and act accordingly. We all go around acting like we never remembered to grow old when we did. What kind of a world would it be? I don't know. Sounds pretty good to me. Put some of them houses pretty close together back there when they were building them. I didn't mean that to be critical. I'm just making an observation. We don't do it that way anymore. We leave a little room for the kids to play on the side of the house now. I think they have setback requirements, they call them, that make that happen. I mean, they won't let us build them like that no more. There's some reason they have. Maybe it's a fire hazard, you know. One house catches fire, the whole town burns down, or something like that. That'd be just like human beings, you know, to set something like that up. Forget about fire. We have a whole race full of people right now running around the planet that are just pretending like there's no such thing as hell. They're going to be burning in fire forever. Uh-oh, I'm doing 36 miles an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone. I don't think he cares. Now everybody's happy, see? Except those trees. They look pretty happy too, though. They've got their shirts, their coats on. Look at all them vines wrapped around their trunks, keeping them warm all winter. Do trees sweat in the summertime? Might be quicker just to Google it if you really wanted to know. Uh-oh. Bikers, runners, and 35 mile an hour speed limit signs. Here we go. Flippity flappity vlog. I do it in the fog with my dog and his pet hog who lives in the bog and has a loose cog. It's a complex world. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Can I sing that on YouTube now that Mr. Rogers is dead? There's somebody over here begging the drivers for money. Looks like some old maybe homeless guy. Either that or he's just somebody's dirty old uncle that didn't have nothing to do all afternoon. Needed a few bucks. That could be too. I can eat junk food when I'm vlogging because I'm not anybody's, what do they call it? Example. There's a better word for that and I can't think of what it is. But it doesn't apply anyway, so never mind. It's called a role model. I can do whatever I want pretty much, I think, because I'm the only one who knows it. Well, me and the Lord. And he don't even need these vlogs to know what's going on in my life. That sounds like a good title for a country music song. If you bought a flip camera so the Lord would know what you're doing, you haven't been reading your Bible. Okay, I got half a mile to go before I have to stop babbling inside my head. Concentrate on what the GPS lady says. Good thing to keep in mind. You can see right where we're going. She'll tell you right there. See that? We'll veer off to the right, and then there'll be a checkered, black and white checkered balloon right there where we want to stop and deliver this toner. Or something like that. We'll find out. Let's go down here. That big old UPS truck. Okay. This is where people deliver stuff right here. I probably want to go back out that way. Or maybe down here, we'll see. Reserved parking place. Well, that's nice of them to reserve that parking place for me like that. Huh. I appreciate that. The UPS guy had to go get his own parking place, eh? Not me, they reserved mine. You don't suppose they reserved that for somebody else? Well, you can't prove it by the way I park. I'm just gonna be a minute. Is that kind of like disregarding the speed limit? It is. I should go remove this vehicle and then go deliver my toner. I'll be back in a minute. Look at this. These guys have come out here in the middle of winter and built a new home for Pat and Katie. Who is this Pat and Katie? Why are they making them men work so hard in this cold weather? You know where we are? Well, we're right here. Nazarene Church. Some little hick town somewhere, I forget where we are. Church of the Nazarene. Most of the time you have to sit at this stop sign for several days before you get a chance to go. Feeling a little ornery. You have to learn to go by your feelings. As impertinent as they are, they do control an awful lot of human behavior. There's a girl up there wearing shorts in this weather. Yeah, I'd say there might be some problems with the education level of this school. If that girl's wearing shorts, there must be something they haven't taught her yet. Well, I guess that's why they still keep coming to school, because they haven't learned it all, huh? Visitor parking. That's where I park. I am a visitor here. I'm just a passing through. But I have arrived at my destination. There's a horse on the hill up there. You really ought to check that out. Big old horse. Horse on the Hill. Why does everything sound like the title of a country music song today for some reason? Look at that light flashing. 20 miles an hour when flashing. 20 miles an hour. 20 miles an hour. Looks like this guy could do more than that if I'd get out of his way. Well, the world is full of jackasses with 2 legs. And the Lord knew that was going to happen. That's why He told us to do our best to be holy and love our neighbor as we love ourselves. If I look at the way I treat myself sometimes, it makes it seem like I'm doing a pretty good job and not liking them any more than I do me. But I don't think that's the message the Lord was giving to us. Dumb flogging in hick towns. That's what I do. It's shameful, I know. There's a lake. That's enough. This is me. That's enough. Yeah, that's a church. If you know what church that is, you'll recognize this. Smoky. Smoky. Let's get this baby up to about 4,000 or 5,000 miles an hour and then put her in cruise control. What do you say?